complicity in Nigerian Army in the fight against insurgency. The insurgency that has plagued Nigeria for over a decade, particularly in the northeastern region, remains one of the most complex security challenges in the country's history. Groups such as Boko Haram and Islamic State West African Province have carried out violent attacks against civilians, government institutions, and security forces. In response, the Nigerian Army, alongside other security agencies, have been tasked with restoring peace and stability. However, the prolonged nature of the conflict has raised critical questions among scholars, citizens, and analysts about the effectiveness of the military strategy and whether internal challenges, including corruption, poor coordination, and alleged complicity, have contributed to the persistence of insurgency. The notion of complicity refers to the possibility that certain individuals within the security establishment may knowingly or unknowingly enable insurgent activities. These allegations have emerged in several forms like intelligence compromise, corruption in defense procurement, armed diversion, and operational inefficiencies. More often than not, we have heard reports about intelligence leaks before a major military operation. Such breaches allow insurgents to evade capture or prepare ambushes against troops. One of the most widely discussed issues is the mismanagement of funds meant for military equipment and logistics. Investigations into defense spending have revealed cases where resources intended for counter-insurgency operations were allegedly diverted, leaving soldiers inadequately equipped on the battlefield. Another concern raised in the public discourse is the illegal diversion of arms and ammunition. In some cases, weapons intended for military use reportedly ended up in the hands of insurgent groups through illicit networks. A more recent example of these inefficiencies came on November 17, 2025, where armed gunmen, also known as bandits, attacked the Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School in Magatown, Danko Wasagu, local government area of Kebbi State. Initially, 25 female students were abducted, along with the killing of the school's vice principal and a security guard. It was reported that security agencies received intelligence about a potential attack, and while personnel were initially deployed, they were instructed to leave the school 30 minutes before the bandits arrived. As we all are aware of, security teams cannot move away from their primary post abruptly unless a superior order is received. The report suggested that the security agencies already had a tip about the attack, yet few minutes before the attack, their school's last line of defense was instructed to abandon duty. Something definitely smells fishy in there. We have heard in viral videos of senior officers in the military advocating that culpable criminals responsible for maiming pregnant women and children and displacing of thousands others be forgiven and reintegrated into the society. In fact, just recently, the current National Security Advisor of the Federal Republic of Nigeria referred to these terrorists as his brothers and sisters. These moves in strategic ranks expose our gallant foot soldiers to the risk of being ambushed or killed. For years, we have had field soldiers making personal videos to expose this truth. But unfortunately for them, it comes at the risk because sometimes they are shockingly court-martialed or never seen again. Nigerian leaders and leaders of the armed forces treat bandits and terrorists who have killed many and destroyed villages with kids' gloves by rehabilitating them and treating them like the victims, while they are ready to assault unarmed civilians protesting against insecurity in Nigeria. Case example, the End SARS movement in 2020. This complicity has made it hard to end insecurity in Nigeria for decades because those appointed to protect us are complicit to the insecurity in Nigeria. Many, including I, share the same sentiment that even with an external help from the US, without a strict need-to-know basis, any strategy created to crush these enemies of the state would be leaked out by the moles in the Nigerian Army. Thank you.